I think that's enough time at the beginning of the stream stuffs. We'll have to see. Whoa! Why am I like constantly open mouth yelling? Ah! I... Okay, it's just too sensitive. Got it. Wow, that is so sensitive. Hold on. This is just like using the Discord thing. Oh my gosh, thank you. 51 months. Holy crapola. Why are people still subbed to me? Testing. That should be fine. All right. So yes, creature. Love you, too lazy to stop. See, that's how I get everyone. I make everyone sign up for a subscription service to get emotes and literally nothing else, and then eventually they forget about it, and I'll become a millionaire. Tio's stuck with me. Aw. I mean, it's a super cute emote. I'm so happy that people are loving it as well. Sorry that I've forced this emote on you, apparently. If I could find a way to just like gift it to you, just like have it unlocked, I would. But I can't even set animated emotes for the bit badge emotes, which is the only way to like unlock an emote permanently. Because I would totally put that one there. At least I don't think I can. Hold on. I'm actually curious. It has been a long time. Second. It appears as though I cannot. Nope, can't. Dang it. Okay, fair. It would work on Twitch at least, but yeah. Wow, I still have 3 animated emote slots to fill. Anyways, so what are we doing today? No, Lily, it's how can I get someone to drop $10 right now for a permanent emote slot? Then I don't feel bad if I don't stream for a month. So yes, we're working on creature designs, character like thing designs. Oh my god, hold on, I have to investigate this. That's so good. Let's go. Let's go. That's adorable. All right, shoot. I keep getting distracted. Y'all are distracting me. Oh yeah, you are in that one too. Just a little bean. Oh no, Tio. You're so distracting me. Wait, do they have animated emote stuffs? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm willing to make a variation of that emote of UTO and just send that over to them if they have the animated emote slots and they're willing to. Because I guess that would also mean there's a ton more people who could use the U emote. So I mean, you know, up to you. But still, I'm getting distracted. Distractions. I love how I'm like moving around so much right now when my visuals aren't on. My webcam is out of power, so I didn't want to bother with that because it would die after an hour in stream. So I'm planning, emphasis planning, on making a like creature collector auto battler thing for streams. I need creatures to populate this thing with. I have concepts that I like that I want to act on, and I think actually Bun had designed a thing for us already. But I think first things first is I need I discovered something when I was doing some of the practice for this, right? I actually do have some sketches, some traditional sketches. I can't even show them. Oh, they're traditional. I don't have my camera on, of some concepts I have, and I learned something. I am really bad at that, like, deceptively simple creature design. So we have a concept for a creature that I really like and I want to have exist. Okay. It's a rabbit that has anxiety and is missing a foot. Now, this seems unreasonably cruel. I'm just going to remove a foot off a rabbit, but there is a purpose. Oh, I'm gonna have to set up my screen so I can actually share. Yeah, you can pretty easily guess what I'm going for. Hold on, if I do this over here, and then I think this is this. Yeah. So when I say I do a thing, or like I'm planning a thing, I go all out, and any excuse to make a spreadsheet I take. And why do I have everything from like line 24 down? I don't need any of this. Give me a second. I'm deleting a bunch of things. One moment. We're almost there. Okay. There we go. Now I don't have a stupid scroll bar. So I actually did make stats, and these actually function like very appropriately, and it's really, really fun. But in order, I added a stat that I feel like I really wanted to have, and that's luck. So having a rabbit creature that has one missing foot actually leans really well into the this change. So I do want to have this creature. And of course, we're gonna stat it up too later once we have the thing made. So we are gonna use this as the core basis of like how to get us the style for this figured out. Hopefully I'm making sense. But yeah, I'll also write down some of the other concepts that I have. I just had like 5 different things just like all into my brain at the same time and clog in a funnel. Oh, it should be said that I don't have my ADHD medication right now, so I'm gonna be a little bit more distractible, I think is a good way of putting it. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Anyways, I had to move things around on my other screen. Snake with like bone plates on its back. And like ball on tail. Because then it's a xylophone. And it's like a rattlesnake, but it's not. These are just a couple of the things. I have other stuffs, but I want to do. And I even have a handful of sketches that Bun had made, but I don't know where those are right now. But there's some concepts in that as well. Anyways, let's try and make this anxiety rabbit. So you want to like break everything down into just like simple shapes, however, wherever possible. And that's like, I just want to make everything like edgy and over detailed. So it's like, you know, we can have the like leggies like this. So this would be like where the sing leg is. And it's like standing on its haunches type of thing. then ears straight back. So this is kind of what I had been picturing. And big ol' ears. Here's eyes. Like, this is about as far as I got with any of my concept drawings. But even that, this just doesn't feel super distinct, right? But, jump back to the other document for just one moment. I really reorganized on my Windows right now. I have a full type chart. Not only do I have a full type chart, I also have a visual description of the styles of each of the different types. So it's like normal types, Pyro, Aqua, Herba, Terra, Crystal, Shade, Arrow, Fabrique. I want to change that name. Quorum, Volt, Frost, and Venom. What's your question? So I think if I include one of these typings, we can make the creature distinct enough. Dusk? Yes. So the end goal that I have for this Dusk, this is like ultimate end goal, is I want the creatures and moves and things like this to have people able to submit their own and like come up with their own ideas, their own stuffs, and include them into this. And I will, like, you know, take the image that they make, I'll take the move that they make, I'll probably, herps, yay. I'll probably have to convert it in some way just to fit the overall aesthetic of the rest of it. I'm not going to take like the raw sketch that they have or whatnot, right? And then it'll be included in, and I want to also have like a document in the files that's like, hey, these things were invented by blank, blank, and blank. That way, if a creature is super OP or whatever, then they're to blame, not me. But that's also why I have this. I want to make this available for people so they can just kind of stat stuffs out themselves. And it's like, they can kind of get an idea. Like, let's say, you know, you want to make a solo creature. It'd be roughly this stat total. So let's say we want to go for one that's 550 in total. You have 200 points remaining to spend. It's like, okay, great. I want to make this some bitch real lucky. We're gonna go 120. Have 130 points left, so that let's up their special attack. Lower their attack by a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just literally typing in numbers, so. Wait, no, can't do that. 85. Wait, no, I can't do that. 90 points left, 35 points remaining. I don't know, freaking another 20 here and then 15 on special defense, so it'd be 65. So now I have 0 points remaining, and it tells you roughly like where your strength bracket is. This is the average for each stat if you wanted to break it up evenly, and you even have a little thing here just to show you kind of how spiky you're making it. And a very important thing to me when designing this and the stat spreads and everything, it is, you get less return on investment the more you invest in a single stat. Because if you're looking at Pokemon metagaming stuffs, if you just had like a max speed, max attack or special attacker, you would just sweep everything and win every single fight. One, this is going to be random inputs, auto battler, but that's besides the point. Two, if you invest everything into those stats, you aren't going to be as strong as you think. We can actually look at it down here. So let's say special, actually, let's make this easy. So speed, 160 at level 100, and you've invested 100 points into it. In Pokemon, if you doubled this number, then this number would double. Not here. That did not double. You still get good stats for it, but your stuff's may be better put somewhere else. You may be better off having your like spreading your stats out a little bit more. So that's the spreadsheet. I want to make this available. I honestly don't know how best to do that right now because it's all a lot of stuff, and also it's very unfinished. I literally added a Dex page just before stream because I want to have like descriptions and whatever images exist of the creatures, because this is just stats. This creature's page is just stats and hard numbers, so it's like whatever. And we even have 4 that don't have art yet. They just have a simple sketch. Yay. Anyways, so yeah, if I make this Spinairo, I could adjust its stat spread a little bit, like the creature we're currently working on. Then we can add in some fiery elements, and it's like, well, does that really fit for like anxiety? Like they're on fire? Liar, liar, pants on fire. I don't know. Shade would be a little bit dark. But they do have like, violent design, sharp angles. So that actually would kind of fit for that one. I'm just like looking at these to see if any of them like jump out as like that'd be really good. Quorum is gonna get a bit of an update. This originally was made to replace like a poison type, but ultimately we found that a poison type was just good to add in. So this, non-natural formation, literally alien, infectious in nature and weak to earthly and natural things. I think we may change infectious in nature. I don't know. How do you, Saisha? Venom would make sense. They'd evolve to be more repellent to having their foot taken? Maybe. I did have a concept for the evolved form of this creature being like a monk or something. Like they became Zen with the idea that they're missing a limb. And so it may be like a spectral limb or something to replace it. Like, oh, like, wait, phantom limb condition, where when you lose a limb, you still have the pain as though that limb exists. Are we gonna have to go with shade? A shade type for this? Oh, if we make them like a... Hold on. Brain thoughty. Brain thinks. So I want to make it like a real creature, but what if we make it like a stuffed doll? So we make the head a little bit bigger. Because then it's like just stitching or something. I don't know. Do I really want to have like a living doll so early on in design stuffs? I'm like, I might be overthinking it, of course. Answer yes, I'm very much overthinking it. I do kind of like the idea of the... What is it? The Venom type. That does not look like a rabbit right now. This is a very, 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 very rough sketches. Mile a minute, brain go zoom. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to have like a living creature, but then you take a stuffed limb from it. It's like, why don't you just make those, right? Instead of taking them. So I don't think we're gonna do doll routes. You know what? Let's just see what we can do with Venom. So for Venom, aggressive or stealthy, dangerous or poisonous with a bright contrast in colors. If we go for like a stealthy route, then that would be fitting. So if we do like laying down, maybe it's like trying not to be seen. Now, how would we make this feel more venomous? Obviously, limb. If I bring the ears up, we can have like spikes on their back, like they're listening out for danger. That's pink. Yeah, if anyone ends up with any like designs or concepts or things, don't be afraid to mention them, because I think discussing the stuff is really fun. And it'll also help people kind of get an understanding of what I'm imagining this setting. I don't really have too much figured out yet. Color it pink, give it a single horn. Oh, you're right. That'd be super original. Yeah. It's a rabbit with a single horn, and we color it pink, and then it's miss. Yeah, no. I'm here. I'm here for it. Yeah. You say it, and now it's like, oh, cool, Nidoran. Also, when it's laying down, then it's hard to tell it's not just like a T-Rex. It's only missing one limb, so we're gonna have to have it standing. If I do like a more boxy body. Show you one. Yeah, Saisha, I'm doing pretty well, I think. Accidentally beat my my Archipelago world. Doing this like battle stance of like hold the fuck up. Like, I'm digging this body shape. We have to reduce the length of the torso a bit. Flies once you get it out. Yep. Yeah. The theme of this month's multi-world was like new game, new me, new game, or new year, new game, new me type of thing. So it was just, hey, take a chance on a newer game, or on a game that you haven't played yet that may have been interesting you, but like, you know, oh, you're worried about making the settings weird and ruining out the, like, we're all doing a new game. We're expecting new games, so give it a try. And of course, a lot of people made their settings a lot easier than they probably would have otherwise, but they weren't super familiar with the game, so a lot of them were cleared a lot faster. Oh wait, we could just make it a fucking jolt type, like a volt type. It's anxiety. It's fast as fuck, boy. It's gonna run away really fast. It doesn't want to be here. Because then we can have all the little spikies. Ooh, you beat Rain World. Congrats. Congrats. New game, new me. I mean, Tio, I'm happy that you found one that you're really enjoying. It is really nice to just have more options. Like, I don't think I would do Satisfactory again soon. partially because it makes my computer's fans turn on at full blast really fast. And it's like, oh, cool, that's fun. But it is one that I think I will go back to. Like, definitely will go back to it. Jay, we're not gonna have the mouth right now. But yeah, if I do Satisfactory again, I'll have to adjust some settings. I think that tier 3 end goal was definitely not super sustainable for me. Okay, so we're going to give them a lot of extra floof, and that'll be like where it stores up its electricity. Its ears will zap you. Make them a little bit spikier. It's like it's got static still stuck in its ears or something. The floof of its ears. And if we give it a bit of floof on the chest. Now, at what point do I try not to make it a tiny Jolteon? Like, I am not going to care too much about the like, oh, this is just a Pokemon butt, because that's just going to be impossible. They have so much of just, it's an animal but one tiny change. Just went through accidentally hyperfixating in Satisfactory. It's a game you can easily lose yourself in for a while, and having it randomized makes it very silly, because I had the ability, I couldn't make iron bars or iron plates for like the first hour of the game. I had to wait for someone else to unlock those for me. So I had to set up a bunch of other stuffs. Oh yeah, no, there's a randomizer. You can play it in Archipelago too. It's fantastic. Yeah, electricity between the ears, I dig that idea a lot. Just a little more spikes. Make this thing. Okay, I'm digging this design so far. Let's adjust the ears. And I'm actually going to copy this down, because I'm going to just the ears away from each other. And we're going to have a little bit of lightning between them. Good luck. F's in chat for your free time. Okay, this one to me reads a little bit more like a rabbit. But like, I can't lie, I do really like that vibe. But I think that we have a good basis to look at. Now, I don't want to just sit here and like try to hammer out all the details on all the stuffs. so we're not going to like super refine it or anything. But I do want to look at just a little bit of color. This is where I'm going to really try and make it not Jolteon. Oh, that could be part of like a battle battle attack animation things. Naturally, that okay. Thoughts and ideas and things. Now, see, that's too fire type. Just make it on a yellow. Then just do like off yellow for the body. So all of the electrically charged parts are going to be yellow. Oh, and then it can have cheek pouches to show where it keeps its electric energy. I don't know if I'm too keen on that yellow currently. Let's make it a little... Yeah, it's a little too dull. Now, if I wanted to be like... I really gotta hammer people in the head that this thing's electric type, then I would put like a lightning bolt motif on the side. But I don't think I really want that. I think what I'm going to do instead is we give it like sharp points on the fur for like its legs or something. Like its fur is like on edge, basically. I do want this thing to feel like it's just, it's like, it basically could have a heart attack from stress at any moment. That's kind of the vibe I want. I don't know if I really like that. Now, what are we doing with the eyes? Just real quick. Little brown eyes, maybe? Ah. Oh yeah. I still don't know what final art styles are going to be right now, which is why I was like, you know, I'm not going to take these things fully through all of the development stages right away. But I think it'd be very fun to lock all of the colors to be possible on the GBA, because you can find just the color palettes available in the GBA. And I think that would be really cool to just help unify everything a bit. Like, nope, you have to try and find a way to make it work within this confine. Because then you can't have, like, you know, this very, very slight off yellow. Like, how do you make it work otherwise? But then it looks better next to another critter. You know, so far I'm kind of liking this. Look at that. Look at that yardstick. Okay, so let's try and work on the snake then. So for the snake, it has bone plates along the back. On it, at the end of its tail, it's got just a hard ball. And instead of like a rattlesnake will rattle its tail to like warn others, hey, don't mess with me. it instead breaks the ball across its back to make noise. In my mind, this would be a Terra type, because earthy, rocky, made of stone, or other similar ground-based material. That just kind of fits. Like, it's trying to hide and not be seen, but it uses the bone plates to, like, alert stuffs, which also fits in for Venom, too. And it is a snake, so maybe a Terra Venom type? Which, actually, what does that do on the type chart? Hold on. So, a Terra Venom type resists Pyro, super weak to Aqua. Weak to Herba. Neutral to Terra, weak to Crystal. Immune to Volt. Resists Quorum. Super weak to Frost. Wow, this thing is like really bad defensively. But I guess offensively, how's it looking though? Because Venom has 3 super effectives. And Terra has 3 super effectives. Terror type. Nah. Terra. Yeah, fair. It's really confusing with Pokemon right now because you can terrestrialize your Pokemon into another type, and that's called a Terra type. Yay. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the idea of a Terra Venom. Yeah, and I tried to make all these things as logical as I could, barring Quorum, but we'll see. Oh wait, I'm gonna send a little screenshot of this rabbit to Bud. I need to get Bun approval. Okay. Oh, let's try and make us a snake. It's got the ball on the tail, and it's got bony plates. Done. We did it. Oh, I guess it's fangs too. There we go. We did it. It's done. There's fun. I have to like relearn my hotkeys. So I want to kind of have like a fat belly. Not quite like Tsukinoko levels, but it, to me, it looks like a prehistoric art of it. Yeah, let's go. I think it would make more sense for a snake that is like venomous and is still trying to warn things off is a snake that's like, it's just kind of like a fat snake. It's not like super great at attacking or like at defending itself in a lot of ways. That's what I'm picturing. And then one plates protrude off the back. Maybe if we want to get really technical with it, it could be like every alternating rib on the snake is like super thickly developed, and that's what's giving it this vibe. So it's just not as mobile. It's so dopey. I kind of love it already. All right, let's try and break it down into more simple shapes. I don't know how you can get much more simple than tube. Look at my S. It stands for snake. Alrighty. So if we do big shape, give it kind of like a this type of vibe, maybe. It really is like, how can I simplify a snake? And really can't. The tail tip is a little bit longer. Fun fact for you. If you have a snake, or if you see a snake, or you have to handle a snake or something, and like, you know, the end of the tail, it doesn't just come straight to a point. It kind of does like this. That's because that's the end of the torso, and that's the actual tail. A snake isn't a head with all tail. A snake is a head with all torso, and that's where the ribs end. So if we have this, it kind of implies that, you know, this is the whole snake, and then this is just a little tail. If you don't have a snake, correct. If you don't have a snake, they are actually a head with the rest of them is a leg. Fun fact. The entire rest of a snake is leg. It's just a head on a leg. It has perplexed scientists for eons. Well, let's kind of lean into this, like, it's a bit fat. It's just so chunky. And it's just a little bitty head. Okay, so wait, if we have a xylophone snake, can we get like an oboe baboon or something? What would be a fun other instrument animal? Who wants to submit their character to be a instrument animal? So let's make these rounded rather than hard shelves. Don't want quite that far down. And when I first mentioned this, Gunny like demanded there be a bat. I want there to be a bat. I want it to be one of those super fluffy Adorabats. One of the bosses I designed for one of your old games was a Contra bassoon snake he called the Basilisk. That is such a fantastic idea. Holy crap. Like, I love that so much. A flute bird, an herbivore, an herbivore. I haven't heard her before. It's an herbivore, but when it's being chased, it folds its wings and dives and make a loud whistle that scares off predators. Well, hot damn. Herbivore. I'm gonna write it down. I think that's one that'd be kind of cool to poke at. Dice 2 points. Herbiver. But I do like, I think I like this design just as is. I maybe want to bring the plates up a little bit more. It's like, make the plates feel like they are like part of the ribs. To like bring them around. Do some raising here. All right, all right. I'm not hating this. So let's try and get some color down on it. Well, that's incorrect. That is our roughs. And definitely want it to be a Terra type, but in order to maintain the like venom-ish, we'd want to have really contrasting colors. So we could have like this color, and then we put this on the belly. Not super contrasting colors yet, but I'm thinking that for the plates on the back, we could make these like alternating some colors. So like, you know, like bright red and bright yellow or something. Bright red and like this kind of ugly. That looks kind of like a xylophone, right? Or we could go with red, green, blue. So we go for like a red, then a green, then we do a blue. And because like those children's xylophones are always colored like this. Because this is the first form, right? I kind of want a lot of the creatures to be able to like evolve, grow, and develop and such. Because then we can have the cute little adorable thing and then the cool one. Whoa. And we can make the ball and tail just like a bright yellow. That one, the colors and everything needs a little bit more work. You can probably use his iPhone image, makes it over children's glockenspiel. You know, that's pretty fair. That is pretty fair. All right, let's just go with like this type of terracotta red. Like, it doesn't have to be a venom type, even. Or it doesn't have, like, not every single creature has to have every single thing of every single, thing. Hey, an ad break is gonna start in like 5 minutes. Yeah, you're right. It would make it feel more like Battle the Bone. And that feels more correct to me. Every creature has to have every type. Fun fact, if you add up all the types, if you had a critter that was theoretically every single type, it would actually still be weak to rock. No, rock's not a type. I mean, you could still hit it with a rock and it would probably do some pretty good damage. Okay, let's take a look at this bird concept. Trying to think, like a hummingbird-esque might be kind of fun. Well, no, those don't really do like the big dive, do they? Oh gosh, now I have to realize that I don't draw birds very well. Oh no! Okay, simple shapes. Head, body. How do we want to have wings? Because it's like, you know, they dive to make a noise. So I think if we have the wings kind of have this like concavity to them. Gosh, actually, I wonder if we could just make it like a shrike. They look all cute and puffy, but then they stab things onto spikes. There we go. That's totally a bird, right? I don't have much bird training. uh... Oh, actually, we could do really long... What is it? The feathers at the very end. Light feathers or pinions or something? Do really long ones. Okay, so flip back. And this is like where the wing ends, basically. Then it's got really long excess feathers. Maybe? It's like, if we want, like, to have, like, want to make like a shape when it dies. So we want the wings to be shaped differently. Because we want the wing to kind of be able to do this. How do I show that on just like portrait of your creature? This is gonna be a very difficult one to try and figure out, and I kind of don't think I got the mental brain power to do all of it right now, but it is staying on this sheet, god damn it. Oh, an ad break is gonna start in a moment. Taking a drink of water. Take a moment to pet the cat. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to write down kind of the first evolutionary line concept that I have. Shadow Gremlin. Made of shadow. Follows people. Causes of trouble. It's bad vibes or bad emotions. Dual evolution line that's referenced. Draw the rest of the owl. Ah, how tempting it'd be. How tempting it'd be. A shadow beast. Large. Shadow. Except for mask. Eats people. Okay. Obviously, this is going to evolve into that. So I'm imagining like a predator who's learned to disorient prey. I'm gonna write that onto the thing. Oh god, imagine if it was in a like a mountainous area. Like it's native in a mountainous region. So the sounds bounce and reverberate around the valleys and make it impossible to track where it's coming from. Hold on. was trying to like give them a head and such, but I'm like, why? Why have to? They're supposed to be like creatures that eat bad emotions. They're made out of shadow. It'd be really interesting to have their evolution be a thing with a mask, because it's like we found a mask type of thing. Like, got big. I almost don't want to make it a biped. I really don't like when Pokemon is like, oh, it's just a dude. Like, it really feels like it's at its peak when they take a creature and make it fantastical. So, I want to try and avoid bipeds if I can. And obviously, they're not like completely exempt or whatever. How do I draw this in the way that I was imagining? Well, I wasn't really imagining much of anything, honestly. But like, imagine when it goes to like bad emotion, it's like dumph. Polka dude. Yeah, it's just a little polka dude. I don't hate this design, but I don't love this design. But like the big old tail gives it some definition other than just existing. To make it striped, we can argue that's like a raccoon or something. Wow, this red panda is made out of shadow and eats bad emotions. I'm gonna keep it as a pet. Yeah, it's headless. Does your red panda have a head? That's weird, dude. I don't know. That's one that I think I'll have to come back to. But the large shadow beast actually did have a bit of concept for. Big old chest, like torso, rib cage. Little tiny waist, like spindly hips. This one is like a very drastic departure by comparison. But that's because I wanted to go from like this cute little thing that in a way kind of is helpful. It's like, oh, yeah, it causes me problems, but it eats bad emotions, so I feel fine about it. To big problem. Big problem. Oh, it eats bad emotions. Turns the thing after a spider and a dream catcher. Fuck, that's a really good idea. I kind of don't want to make it like, I don't want to have like, oh man, this spider looks ferocious. I want this to be like a horror creature. Because it went from eats bad emotions to eats the person. So I was imagining something kind of like this. Like it's all made out of shadow, so it's got this going on. Yeah, one issue I always have with Pokemon is like, do you want to be like a more serious thing, or are you being like a kid's thing? Because a lot of the little lore entries, even like up to this day, are like, oh yeah, no, this is actually like a really messed up thing. Like it's actually kind of fucked up when you think about it for a fucking second. And like we're not really ashamed to say that it like, you know, it got this really weird thing going on with it in the Pokedex. But in game, it's like, oh, but it's super happy fun times. You can hang out with the Chandelure. Yeah, no, he's a great friend. I always am like, the way I was imagining is that it would stalk them through shadows. So it doesn't really lure them in. It more so finds a way inside your home at night. And the way that it would eat you is not through the face. The face is a distraction. I learned that people react really well to seeing faces, so it like was able to make a mask, and it's the only thing that isn't made out of shadow. So the mask is like the one warning you end up having incidentally. The way it actually eats you is it opens up its ribs and just pulls you in. This is like the one thing that I had like a concept for. So let's just real quick. God, I don't even think it would make any noise. It would just be this like silent entity. If I was to try to go straight to something, exactly. Oh, try to adjust this a little bit. Gosh, imagine if it's like attracted to negative thoughts or negative emotions. So having these around in a way prevents this from showing up because it eats the negative emotions that may attract the big thing if there's one in the vicinity. But then of course you feed it too much and then it just will grow into this and then you're back to square one again. You kind of just don't want it around anyways. Like that's just, I think that's the real takeaway here. Yeah, so you know, some horror stuffs is just nice. It's just nice to have. It just shows that there is some messed up stuffs in this setting. Like you're gonna have basically, hey Pokemon, if you're gonna have ghost types, go all in. Make them ghosts. Thank you. Thank you. And this is the type of thought process that I have whenever I have a new, like, endeavor like this. It's like, but doesn't make sense. It's not really cribs. It's just kind of acting like them. You're on your own layer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a shade type critter, this one. Sip water. All right. So, I when I was initially working on this stuff, Bun actually made a randomizer to create a unique creature or a unique concept for a creature. So I'm gonna hit randomize on this thing and see what it gives me. A crow, that's the shade attribute. Can I re-randomize? Because that's like, we just made a shade. I'm gonna re-randomize. A bee, that's Herba and Volt. You know what? Sure. Bee, that's Herba and Volt. Yeah, even when Bun isn't right here, she still finds a way to troll me. Herba and Volt. So, like, we could think of it as it uses electricity to help, like, defend the hive. Ooh. I like in my mind, I'm picturing it's like, oh, maybe it uses the Volt in some way to interact with like man-made objects, and that's like they've evolved to take advantage of urbanization. So normally they're Herba. So what did you do about people trolling? Oh, I married her. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, people trolling you in your stream, just marry them. That'll shut them up. No, it won't. First thought, very fluffy bee. God, that reminds me, I actually was also spending some time redesigning the Zay bug, that the Hollow Knight base. Riru, 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 Riru! Hi, Riru! We're making critters! How do you like the rabbit? Why do you like the rabbit? It's missing a leg. That's mean. I can't believe you like that the rabbits are all yardsticks. Okay, it has ended up kind of like Hensabow. I missed my bun. Yardstick. Yeah, it's Yardstick. All right, and I just did a randomizer, and we're gonna see if I can make a Herba and Bolt B kind of work. Left stabs discharges on physical contact. Like, that's fair, but I feel like that's too easy. I wanted to interact with something. Like if we had another creature that's a Herba and Fabrique, so it's like a metal plant that it has to like open up because of this. No, it's a yardstick. The rabbits are all yardsticks because they only have 3 feet. Get off the stage! Get off the stage! Boo! 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 Oh, fine then. Jeez. It's gonna... Goodbye! I'm still in the back of the stage! Alrighty, so let's find a way to make this critter more interesting. Oh, wait. What if, imagine, right? It's actually a bunch of bees that are stuck to each other because of the static. Really lean into that. Oh, Magneton is just a bunch of Magnemite put together. But like, its stats are based on how many of the bees it has. Grapes. They're just electric grapes. I feel like pulling up the randomizer and just like trying to do random stuffs is one of those cases where I want to just like wait in the dumpster fire chat for other people to show up and be like, hey, here's a concept. What are you doing with it? It's like, this could be something. An Herba and Volt B. It feels like the only option is, hey, it's fluff stores all of the electricity. But like, I don't like doing the first concept. That normally is like there's something that could be better here. Ah. Static cling ones evolve into a hive. Like, there's a concept that I could do of like, because these are herba type as well, right? They could actually, like, the bees are the seeds of the plant. But then how can I use that to interact with the thing? What? Send it to me? Sure, send it to me. It's like, I like the idea of like, these are like the seeds of the plant and then they staticky to do a thing or something. Oh wait, actually, if we make them staticky as in like magnetic, then they could coalesce into one group and then disband rapidly to disperse seeds. Yeah, where are you showing me creature? Where'd you send me, creature? I have every window on my computer is taken up. On Telegram, you fool! Oh, yay! Okay, that looks fucking cool. See, I'm such stuck in I'm making critter designs that I see this and go like, oh, okay, it's a vicious, almost raptor-like entity that has a bunch of red and dark red feathers on it, but are really loose. It almost looks like a pile of leaves. So in the autumn season, it just sits in piles of leaves and waits to ambush prey. That's where my brain goes. A snake noodle, Therizinosaurus, Therazinosaurus, Therazimatasaurus. It's a T-Rex that does the old razzle dazzle. Got it. I figured it out. It's like gonna check. I'm sorry, wait, why do they have that type of voice? Hold on. That should be coming through in the thing as well. Therizinosaurus. Oh, is that the ones that have the super, super long claws? Meaning scythe lizard. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep, that's it. Oh. Huh. On. Riru, do I have approval to show what you sent me on screen? Okay. I'm just gonna like copy paste. So it's gonna be low res. That's fine. We're just getting the vibes out. But yeah, you kind of see what I mean when I said like, yeah, it looks like it's like autumnal. Yo, there's something 2.5 kilometers away. You should probably look into that. But yeah, it's like that. That would be a fucking critter in this thing. Like that's absolutely critter coded. Continue playing music. Sorry, I'm in love with this one. Creatures of Sonaria. What is that? Okay. I just in the dumpster fire. I just joined the free to join thing in case there's anyone who wants to collaborate with like critters. All right. B, Herba and Volt. Do you think it's wise that we are trying to force something that normally that like wasn't something that we came up with? I think it's probably more wise to not do that thing. Instead, make it like, yeah, this is a cool design thing. What I'm saying is that chat, give me more ideas. R&D, I need R&D. Can I randomize this and not get a Volt thing? Okay, for fuck's sakes. I just hit random, and this is the most, yeah, absolutely, I can see that, but it would be so difficult to make correctly. Just, you know, pulled up this randomizer. a sea slug that's pyro. And I had like a dozen ideas instantly. I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Oh my gosh, that's like a sea slug that's like made of fire. Anyways, I just would end up with a fucking slugma. It's like I'm basically just a slugma. Like maybe a Shellos that's on fire. Oh my gosh. Hit that random again. Okay, this is a really bizarre prompt, and honestly, I think we can make it work. I think we can make it work. A dinosaur and a jellyfish combined. And then it's a quorum type. So it's like not a natural entity. Bone worms harvesting for the bone fairy. I don't have any bones to spare. Unfortunately, our glorious Win is on break, is on holiday, while I have to learn Python and make Win 4.0. So no quotes. Alas. When is a lazy shit always on leave? I haven't really started though. And honestly, it's more so the sheer complexity of Win coupled with trying to hook it up to Twitch API. I have it on good authority that the Twitch API is kind of a bastard to work with. So, yay! But yeah, the last time that I moved Win from a previous spot to Sammy was from Mix It Up into Sammy. And that, I think, took me 2 solid days, like 2 or 3, like, solid days of work, where I was sitting here and I was transferring everything over and making it work on the new bot. And Win has gotten, like, 3 or 4 times as complex as then. So I'm like, that's gonna be fun. I have to manually learn to do all of this again. All right, so. Hold on a second. Why did I close the window with review? Because I was gonna pull up those images. Oh wait, no, I don't even have it on the other thing. Dang it. It's gonna be like, oh, this might be kind of a fun thing to look at real quick. Nope, not saving. Not saving this. There we go. We made it. Perfect. Jellyfish. Jokes aside, I think actually there is something that could be done. Because imagine, like, you know, the long claws of them, but they are covered in stinging barbs, like a jellyfish. big old claws as well. Screw it. Like, we do that for like a core body. I don't know what I'm doing really. Oh yeah, and this is going to be a shorter stream. I probably should like say that, because probably only going to be like a couple of hours, because once I get like a bit tired, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to call that. I'm not going to push at all. So I think we'll probably only be live for like a couple of hours, just as a heads up. But this is giving everyone a taste of this. And if people want the document and are willing to accept that it currently has like not much content on the document for making the critters, let me know. I can probably paste a shareable link and then just download a copy of it and mess around and be like, oh, I can make it this. These stats are fun. Eventually, what I want to do is on the stat page, I want to actually show like, if it does an attack, how much damage it would do to a thing, so that people can get an idea of how strong they're making something. But that's a later thought thing. Okay, so we make the back all jelly-like. Like, so it has like the spine going down the back of just like jelly. Oh, wait. Oh, we can make it look like it's got like jelly coming out of it or something. Like it's not like, you know, it's infested with jelly or something, but like the jelly is like part of a core part of its being. This arm is too low. I'm trying to imagine as well, like, oh, what if I had to design this, like, you know, draw this creature on the GBA? I was talking earlier. Yeah, it'd be really fun to keep the colors consistent on for what's possible to display on the GBA, just to unify everything. But like, it still is fun to picture like, oh man, this really weird looking creature on the GBA. How in the would you make that work? Ave, hi. How do you be? I'm making critters. Like creatures, like not Pokemons, creatures. Yeah. Yeah, how are you doing? What are you up to? Oh yeah, and also I'm going to be bugging you and Riru both about making designs in the future. I'm just saying, because this auto battler thing is going to include fellow streamers and friends and such. So just saying, right now I'm kind of getting ideas down and figuring out art styles that'll work. and learning how to make critters. These creature designs are very different beast. Playing the Forge on Roblox. His girlfriend got you to play after not touching Roblox for like 15 years. Just be careful with Roblox. Like, I don't like that they're anything, honestly. I'm not gonna say don't do a thing if you're enjoying it. Just, you know, be responsible, careful on Roblox. Okay, so I want the jelly to be like not like inhabiting the body, but like a part of the body. Wait, if I make the tail the jelly, then we can say that the tail has poisonous barbs on it as well. Yeah. Just don't talk to anyone else. I'll be fine. There we go. Burn their server space. Break every game. Riot. You know what? I just realized we're going to make this kind of like a Man of War, where it's actually like multiple distinct creatures that are symbiotic. Oh my gosh, and then I can put I can, in the dex entry for this thing, say like, oh, it's actually made of like 12 different critters that are all genetically distinct, but they work in tandem to like stay alive and they cannot exist without each other. I don't remember the term for that creature, that is a type of creature. Okay, I'm really liking this concept. This is probably a design that needs to be simplified a little bit, but claws, sensitive antenna, eagle claws. I like a little hey, what's up type of pose. Cat's food is dispensing. All right, let's try and get some color down on this. Second, I gotta go underneath this. Eagle globs. Very rough, sketchy sketch. So we're just gonna be coloring in, and that is fine. I just want the concepts. Are not super defined. Perfect. Okay. So let's take this. I think like dark red and this light blue would actually look really interesting together. Like they are very conflicting colors. Also will highlight areas that have the like, you know, tenderly influence a lot more. Part of me wants to just put like a big globule or something here. I don't think that'll actually work super well. Diorum are very not natural, so I do like having a lot of the really contrasting, conflicting colors on them. Maybe need to brighten up the body just a little bit, just to make the details easier to see. Or instead, just use this to highlight certain parts. This will totally be the final design, so I have to make sure I get it perfect right now. Maybe have this be like a modeled thing, where like it's a different texture. It's like, you know, its skin is made up of like 2 or 3 different creatures type of thing. I'm really vibing with this one. Like I pulled up the one creature from Riru and just like put jellyfish on its head, but that's honestly kind of what it ended up being. Okay, okay. It is definitely a creature right now. How long until I'm wrong? Mouse. I have 2 mice, and it's always a problem. Oh gosh, we only have like 10 minutes left in the thing. Or 10 minutes left before the next ad break starts. I want it. All right, I'm gonna hit the random thing again. So the randomizer just gave me a normal salamander. That's it. It's just a normal salamander. Oh my god. Like, what could I possibly do with that concept? Other than, it's a normal salamander. I'm trying to think of like, well, they have the really strong regenerative properties. I wonder if I could make them like this multi-limb thing. But no. It's like, you know, you already have like the Pokemon version of a salamander. It's called an axolotl. Yeah, it's just a guy who turned up and just pretends that they belong there. You know, if you tried to make like, I'm going to make a fantastical creature out of a salamander, you just end up with a fucking axolotl. Or a gecko. You end up with one or the other. I'm gonna hit random again. Oh my god. Okay, that's a mix of a species. A jackalope and a goose. That's Herba and Terra. Oh boy. I think that there's something to that. I think I just like the idea of a goose that has really strong legs and it kicks the fuck out of things. Oh shit, Tio. Aw, damn it, Tio, you made it. Oh, that's a really cute idea, actually. Oh, god damn it, Tio. You made okay, you're making me like the salamander. God damn it. Because I'm just imagining like a little salamander head. But it's just like poking out of like a really shoddy costume of another critter. Hold on. Maybe let's try the rabbit. Once gecko, it's wearing its own shed skin. Oh my god. Okay, this is coming together now. This is coming together now. This is an idea now. It uses its like I know that salamanders don't I don't think salamanders shed their skin. But like let's just say this one does. Like they shed their skin and use it as clothing material. Like it's a very hardy, like a leather-like substance that they just shed naturally. And they use it to like make different costumes for themselves so they'll fit in. I mean, if you have to adhere to the randomizer, it gives you insult for different creatures. Start to turn. You know, that's fair. That's very fair. So I think we're gonna make it a gecko. I don't know. Does like, you know, I don't like. It's gonna be normal salamander thing or whatever. Sheds its leather like skin to use as clothing. Look at that. Just something about the concept is just goddamn, I love that. It just pink temporarily. I'm not gonna make this a fleshy pink critter. Yeah, it's where's its leather-like skin. It's fleshy pink. No, I actually want it to be not like pure white, but very white for its main body, because that makes it easier to dye it. Doesn't understand the concept that they've lost one of their limbs too. I have the ditto. Oh my god. That is a precious, precious creature. I just can't get over staring at it. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for that idea. All right, we're gonna snooze the ads, because I kind of want to try this jackalope and a hare mix, or jackalope and goose. Like, what typings was that thing? You know what? We're just gonna make the creature and then figure out typings, because goose with like jacked legs just sounds terrifying. It's got a fight. Got a bone to pick with you. Saw you taking its bread. I just realized I'm fucking describing an ostrich. I was just about to draw a fucking ostrich. For fuck's sakes. Okay. Fuck it, we'll give them antlers too. This is a very fun and very silly thing. Will all these designs make it in the final form? Probably not. But this is really, really good practice for trying to understand what I want out of this. Like, what styles do I want? What, like, different iconographies are going to be consistent? What, like, I don't know, just what stuff does enjoy? As well as art styles for this, because it's going to be a whole thing. I have to delay that ad a little bit longer. Oh, why is it on the other monitor? It's Build-A-Furry. It's like Build-A-Bear. I mean, I'm gonna be turning other people's sonas and such into creatures, to critters, with permission, of course. If there was a fighting type, this thing would be it. I don't know if it'll be an arrow type though. You know, if we go with crystal typing, I think actually, yeah, you know, I think crystal, I kind of like that. Because I'm going to, because this thing feels fantastical and weird compared to a lot of the other stuffs that we have right now, so that just feels correct. Yep, also, howdy Twilight. Yeah, I was basically gonna be doing this image and then calling that a stream, because I am not pushing anything very, very hard. I don't have a fighting type in this build. These aren't like Pokemon, they're critters. They're gonna be a different thing. So my options are normal, pyro, aqua, herba, terra, crystal, shade, arrow, fabricate, Kyurem, bolt, frost, and venom. I can make the document available for people. It has like more details in it. So it's like fighting. There isn't really an analogous thing for fighting. So like crystalline head horns. See? and crystalline looking backbin stuffs. Oh. Or like a neutral or something. Body. I find the concept of this thing hilarious. Trying to think. Because I don't want to lean it too far into like the shade typing. But I also kind of don't want like a bunch of flesh colors. What we're going to do is just okay, let's make like the base of its neck color. And I guess I'll do the makes this part look a little bit more prettier thing. Just gonna end up doing the same colors as the tail part. I'm just gonna use the same colors as the tail part. It's a very pretty color combo. So if this thing's going to be a crystal type, then I'm just going to lean into it a bit. Just give it more crystalline structures. Like I said, none of these designs are final right now. This is just me playing around. I don't know, just give it blue beak and footsies. All right, and with the last like 5-ish minutes of the stream, let's review what we've done today. So then I can end stream and crash or something, I don't know. Save, thank you. So we started off with the one design that I had locked in my brain of that has to exist. A anxiety rabbit that has lost a limb because luck is a type in this, and that's important. So it's fitting. It's just fitting. We have the snake that has bony plates on its back. So it'll play it like a xylophone using the nubbin on its tail. A yet to be fully fleshed out and creature, but a bird that its wings will make a flute-like noise when it dive bombs. Little shadow gremlin. It's made out of shadow. It follows people, lives inside their shadow type of thing, causes them trouble, and it eats bad emotions. So you don't really feel so bad about the things happening. But it evolves into a giant shadow beast that is, again, entirely made out of shadow except for its mask. But it rips its chest open to pull you in and eat you whole. It doesn't just eat your emotions now, it just eats you. A bee that I think that there is a concept to it that I really like, but it needs some more work. It needs a little bit more work. But it's a herba and volt type, and maybe turn them into like seeds of a plant, and that's the herba element. Still figuring it out, but I think that there's something there. Dinosaur jellyfish. It's Curum type, which I really need to change the naming on that because I think I've pronounced it 3 different ways in this stream. But it's a bunch of symbiotic entities that to basically operate this critter. So they're just cool looking. There's a bunch of different things put together. I think my favorite of today, other than the anxiety rabbit, is the normal salamander. It's a normal type salamander. Its skin is like a leather, and it sheds it regularly, and it uses that to make little costumes of other critters so it fits in better. This one is like peak to me. That's just so amazing. And then we have a jackalope crystal goose thing that's just a very angry goose with legs. Definitely needs a little bit more work on it, but I think the concept is quite fun. And if people have other ideas for stuffs, don't be afraid to send them to me. If people want, I can actually post the document I have here and let people can download a copy of it and futz around with the numbers themselves. They can futz around with the stat generator or to see what exists for all the different types, so you can kind of get an idea of what each type really represents. Or not, because this is just fun for me to futz around with. Eventually, I think it'll be really fun to have a bunch of other people's concepts and ideas and such in here. No, that's gonna be my stream. Here, put up my thing. Boop. Telegram, you fool. I have like 2 minutes before the ad break starts. What? I'm pulling it up. Jellyfish lizard symbiote. That looks fucking cool. But I don't want the ad break to happen right now. I'm really sorry. I'll stare at it more closely later, and you can share it in my server if you want to do this stuff. But I want to find somebody to raid. I'm really sorry. Okay. So, somebody raid. Scott's online. They're BRBing. That's perfect. We're gonna go raid Scotturg. And they are working on comic stuffs. Go be awesome. Just spam them with a bunch of hearts and such, please and thank you. Because it's been a hot minute since we've done a raid. It's been a hot minute since we've done a stream. I will see you all in the future. I don't have a set schedule right now. I'm figuring out stuff, so how it's going, figuring out my energy, and figuring out the things I got going on. I'll see you all in the future. Good night, goodbye, farewells. See you, love yous, byes. Thank you all so much for joining in for the stream today. Go just like spam a bunch of hearts at Scott, please. Thank you.